Right, now, while a night out can often help to alleviate feelings of isolation, provide an opportunity to spend time with friends, sometimes things can actually take quite a sinister turn and do the opposite.
New research has found that more than half of people aged 18 to 30 feel unsafe or uncomfortable on a night out. Another 43% admitting to have been left on their own in a bar or club.
Well, this morning we're joined by the founder and CEO, and I should say award-winning CEO of Nightcap, Sarah Willingham. Good morning to you, Sarah. Always good to see you. Look,
Great
as a woman, as a professional in this industry as well, and I believe as somebody who has herself been spiked, this must really resonate with you.
This is work that really matters to me and to my team. You know, we have 36 bars now. We started Nightcap 2 years ago, and we've now got to a size where I feel, although we're still a small proportion of the late night bars that are out there, that actually, if we can shout loud enough about this, we can make a difference. And frankly, if we change one person's outcome by this campaign, then we'll be happy with what we've done. And this is about not just saying to bars and bar owners, actually, we need to make sure that we do as much as we possibly can to make people feel safe and be safe within our bars. So, for example, we have trained all of our teams in noticing the difference between people who might have been drunk or who might have been spiked. We'll make sure that there's always phone chargers there, which is something that's really important. We asked our customer base, what do you need from us? So we'll make sure that there's phone chargers there. We'll make sure that people have water if they need it. Make sure that people don't leave on their own. But the message is also bigger than that. It's about saying to people, like, have each other's back, actually. We are a lot safer together. Don't leave your mate. You know, I think it's scary when nearly half of the people in this research have sat there and said, yeah, I was left on my own. I couldn't find my friends. I don't really remember how I got home. You know, actually, we want people to be able to go out and have a great time, let loose, you know, have this brilliant night out, but know that not just we've got their back, but also their mates have got their back.
Yeah. Look, what happened to you, Sarah?
So I was a long time ago, because I'm getting older now, but I was in my 20s and I was with a friend, and we'd had one drink sat at a bar, just the first drink. And actually, we were lucky that it was our first drink, so that we knew straight away that something was happening. We were actually drinking a vodka orange. And I remember saying to my friend I was like, something's happening. And I could feel it. We still do not remember how we got back to our room. We can remember grabbing each other and bouncing off the walls. We were away, actually. We were abroad at the time. And we woke up the following morning, and I cannot tell you the state that we were in. Now, we were safe. Nobody got hold of us. There were just the two of us. But it's really terrifying. It was one drink, and we lost complete control of ourselves and our body. And it's very, very, very different than having a few drinks. Yeah. Now, we were lucky. And I think it's important that we as friends and also as bar owners are educated in what that looks like. And if you do feel unsafe, you know, bars should have spiking kits behind the bar to say, you know what, let me just test that. But at the same time, people behind the bar should be able to recognise my drinks shouldn't behave like that. That's cloudy, or why is that frothing? Or, you know, so they start to recognise that, you know, because it does happen no matter how much we try to protect it. There will always be people out there that will target, it's not just women, will target somebody and want them to be in this state, and we've just got to make sure that we have each other's back and we look out for one another.
Just very briefly, because we're almost out of time. I mean, obviously, people can take some responsibility themselves and go out and watch their drinks and keep an eye on it all, keep their hand on it. And that's a sensible thing to do. But the problem is, of course, that then takes away some of the pleasure of just having a carefree night out.
Yeah, I think so. And that's what we're trying to do here, is to say, look, you know, be aware, because it's not just about spiking, actually, at all. I mean, spiking, of course, exists, but it is in all honesty, it's the minority of the real issues that come just from maybe sometimes having a little bit too much to drink and leaving somewhere and not really knowing how to get home. And are you safe? And I think that this is about this is a bigger campaign that we are safer together. So if you don't feel good in an environment, you should be able to go and speak to somebody in that establishment that you know is sober, that you know will look after you. You make a pact with your mates before you go out. You're like, whatever happens tonight, let's have a great time, but don't leave me. Make sure I get home okay. You know, these are messages that I tell my kids, you know, if they're going out, and my friends' kids. And that's what we've always done as friends. And so I think it's shocking to me when you hear that half of the people don't have that with their friends, that we're getting left, and that's not okay.
No, it's not. Sarah, as always, really good to see you. Thanks very much indeed.
Great to see you. Thank you.
It's always with the young as well, isn't it? The risks we all take. I took extraordinary risks when I was younger, leaving and going home on my own. Wouldn't do that now, but you think you're immortal when you're young. Look, we have to leave it there. We'll have more for you in just a moment. First of all, here's your Friday forecast.